Hello my friends and welcome back to The Witcher 3, the Blood and Wine DLC. In yesterday's video we made some shiny new gear for Geralt and now we're on the hunt for another set of shiny new gear, but we're getting distracted as I always do. So at the end of the video we picked up the treasure hunting quest, The Curse of Carnarvon, and we are relatively near where we need to find the hidden treasure. The treasure where we... So, like, the quest was like, he found an amulet, and now they're being haunted, or they're cursed, and we're gonna go find the hidden treasure in this camp. Which is probably gonna be... wraiths.
Ugly bastard.
What? Oh, no, it's insectoids. It's these guys. Archespores. Yuck, 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 yuck. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's fall back. Fall back. Let's try that again. Let me find my anti-poison potions. Golden Oriole. That's the one that I want. Let's try this again. It falls off already. Yeah, those things still hurt, though. Whoa. Yeah, if I put on the oil at the same time, that might have been useful. Ew, 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 ew. So I'm just laughing at myself because of the silly things I do. Oh wow, it's right here. How convenient. Diagram Toussaint's knight's armor. And I remember to read the quest text. And I also made a whole bunch of notes based off my last, I think it was the last video, things I forgot to do that I'm sure you guys have told me about in comments. Oh, let's loot the body. Then we'll poke around this area over here and see what's going on. Yeah, this was where they dug up the bad treasure or something. Here's the ruins. Anything else? No? Okay, well let me look up those quests that I forgot to read last time. So the first one, The Curse of Carnarvon. It sounds like Carnarvon, isn't that some kind of like there's a Duke of Carnarvon in like English, I don't know, hierarchy of the titled folk. I'm so poor with words right now, it's kind of embarrassing. But it reminds me of a name that used to be attached with English monarchs. It sounds similar anyway. But anyway, the quest. So while seeking a bit of respite amongst the forests that covered the slopes of Mount Gorgon, Geralt ran into a dead man and a pack of Bargas. Once he had dealt with these spectral canines, he decided to search the pockets of the unlucky traveler. The Witcher hoped he would find something that would shed some light on the deceased's last days alive. The dead man proved none other than a treasure hunter. That, at least, is how I would like to think of and term him, for there is no honor in speaking ill of the dead. His notes indicated that he and some others of his ilk had dug up an elven cemetery near the village of Fox Hollow. However, they had dug up one jewel too many. When the feelings of guilt and shame had grown to be too much, and the expedition's member had begun one by one to disappear, Alistair Carnavan, for that was our deceased hero's name, had decided to inform a group of scholars at Castel Grapian of his find. Said scholars, he believed, would look to the ancient necropolis and extend their care over it. Alas, he had never managed to reach the scholars, and the treasure he had left behind in the camp were now ownerless. I mean, treasure's like a strong word, right? I mean, at least the box that Geralt found. Geralt found the camp as well as a field that had been dug up thoroughly. Strewn about it were the urns and remains of elves which had been buried there. The chest Alistair had left behind contained no burial jewels. It was, however, full of gold and highly interesting diagrams. The Witcher concluded he was free to take it all, and doing so would not disturb the Enshade, who lay there in eternal slumber. You know, it's probably good it was just the minimal stuff that it was, because I would have been haunted like the entire time of doing this DLC. Perhaps that could have been a thing, right? So I'm looking for Master. There it is. So let's see. While in Toussaint one day, Geralt found a notice posted by an armorer. Since to the Witcher, a good suit is potentially a matter of life or death, and since he had always benefited from working relationships he had struck up with able plate bangers, our hero debated the issue only briefly before resolving to visit the artisan. Finding a Grandmaster armorer borders on being a miracle. The world is full of rumors about elves and dwarves with a thorough mastery of the art of shaping leather and metal. The sad thing is, most of these tales contend that all of them have long been dead. Yet, as the good book saith, ask and ye shall be answered, seek and ye shall find. Imagine Geralt's delight when he happened on an exceptionally talented armorer and went eager to work. This man's name was Lafergue, and he had been an apprentice of an elven master of the craft. Lafergue possessed not only the required skills, but he also knew where our Witcher might find some lost Grandmaster level diagrams. Hailing from 5 Witcher schools, Geralt made a deal with Lafergue. He promised to find the diagrams, while the craftsman pledged to produce the gear for the Witcher based on them. I still think I should be getting this stuff for free. I'm just saying. So, or at least the first one. The first one was definitely not free. I mean, like, I managed to get like 5K of my money back from just questing and like selling stuff, but still, like, I lost like 20 just making it. Anyway, for you ought to know that this armorer's greatest dream in life was to produce the most perfect set of Witcher gear. Doing so would mean that Lafergue had fulfilled his guild's final requirement, and he could thereafter term himself a Grand Master. All Geralt had to do was to find the lost diagrams. At long last, after numerous trials and tribulations, Geralt managed the assembly of all the diagrams from a single Witcher school, diagrams that would allow the armorer to produce a complete set of gear at Grandmaster level. Lafergue was consumed by joy. At last he could get to work and fulfill his dream, for he had no doubt he would succeed in creating a wonder suit of Witcher armor worthy of his deceased master. Yay! Okay, well, and as you guys have pointed out, I need to activate the mutation. Yeah, that wasn't very clear. Now I have an extra slot. See, okay. The color of the ability you activate in the extra slot must match the color of the active mutation. Oh. So advanced mutations distinguished by their yellow color require multiple types of mutagens, but allow you to use any abilities from the combat signs or alchemy. Okay. So I can only use one from here. I don't use strong attacks like ever. I mean, ever. Well, I could put my crossbow crit chance in here, I guess. Or I can move one of these into there and then put something else here, like something with, you know, the alchemy tree, or maybe the signs tree. Let me fiddle with this for a second. All right, it's not pretty, but that is where I will leave it for now. And then bestiary. I think I got a new bestiary entry. At least it said so when I was editing my video, but it doesn't look like it. So that's fine. But yeah, we're at an elven cemetery or burial ground, and things have all been dug up. I know you guys said I need to go back and do the Rune Master stuff, but it's so expensive. I can't afford it. I want to make Witcher gear instead. Sorry. Maybe in the next game I'll have more money. See, this is why I loot so much. Ooh, what's over there? I should go over there, but I looked before the video today, and there's a bunch of quests over here that I'm trying to avoid, because what I want to continue to work on is big feet to fill and head to the building site. That's the priority for right now. So let's turn around and go back the way we came. All these howling wolves. I don't have time for you today. They seem to be a little stuck though, so I'm kind of okay with it. Well, what's going on here? Ooh, another hidden treasure. Who is that? What is that? Ah, Mike, that does not look human. Okay, stop. I'm bouncing back. There we go.
Damn it. Damn.
Ugh. Are there more of you? Of course there is. See, they get to perfectly jump back out of range. Ugh. Okay, so what do we got? Augustin Tonnellay's journal. Key to chess and sunflower fields. All right, Augustine. So we have a thick journal written in a steady hand. The last pages, however, contain different handwriting full of blots and crossed out words. A mysterious gentleman has come to ask me whether I would agree to sell him the stock of barrels we are preparing for a new wine variety. I refused him curtly, for I know how much the new wine means to Miss Matilda, and how much depends on this wine's success. After all, things have been very tight at the vineyard these last days. These last years, maybe? Days is not very long. The extremely mysterious gentleman has turned out to be equally extremely wealthy. He came to me again with a very hefty pouch, bum blasted. It will be very hard to refuse him if he puts me to that trial again. Today I forgot to lock the gates to the barrel storehouse. I'm very ashamed, but what could I do? Miss Matilda is crushed. I won't touch that coin until all is settled down. I've hidden a sack stuffed with Nilfgaardian florins in the sunflower fields. I would not want someone to find such a fortune in my home. He has paid me another visit. This time he wanted me to procure him the recipe for the new wine. I do have some honor. Barrels are one thing. I can make new ones, perhaps even better ones. But the recipe for the wine, I'd sooner die. And then he gave me this strange look. Sent shivers down my spine. I think I'd best barricade my doors this night. Is this like more Gunter Odin visits? Okay, so let's read this book before I forget and any more time goes by. So battery cage versus free-range humans. In recent decades, many of us have come to believe that a much more effective way of obtaining good quality human blood than hunting individuals is a systematic controlled husbandry. Apart from the obvious advantages such as being able to control what the flock eats and the ability to crossbreed specific individuals to obtain offspring with the best hemoglobin, another clear advantage to the breeding human flocks is that domesticated humans held in confinement as opposed to those in their natural habitat, i.e. villages and towns, become less aggressive and therefore less troublesome. When it comes to farming humans, there are various schools of which two seem to have gained the widest acceptance in recent times, namely battery cage and free-range husbandry. Oh, this is not a fun one. This thesis describes in detail the advantages and disadvantages as well as the methods of carrying out each type of breeding. As an introduction, it is worth mentioning the basic differences between both types. Battery cage human husbandry, described very accurately and in detail in the book Human Husbandry, which we read yesterday, I think, is the placing of several male and female individuals in a closed, restricted space with permanent access to air, food, and water. This form of breeding differs from free range in that the flock is not permitted to leave the breeding area and is held captive the entirety of their lives. Free range, on the other hand, involves leaving the flock in its natural habitat or creating a habitat that simulates it closely, i.e. creating villages, more on which can be found in the chapter Human Villages, establishing and growing a herd, and then making the herd psychologically or physically dependent on its owner. The most effective method for making a human individual dependent is guaranteeing its safety and permanent access to high-quality feed. It is worth adding that a human that trusts its owner does not feel fear and does not defend itself when having its blood drunk, which limits the production of noradrenaline and cortisol, which have a negative impact on the taste of the blood. Furthermore, it may happen that a domesticated, free-range human may feel a certain pleasure when its owner drinks its blood, most likely associated with sexual tension, which causes an intensification in the blood's flavor. Someone had to write this. A person had got this as their assignment for the week and had to write that. Imagine if that was your job one day, 1 week, 1 month. You know, that would suck. I need to meditate because my health's just not coming back. Granted, I've been reading the whole time, but still. So we need, the quest from the treasure was don't take candy from a stranger. Find the hidden chest in the sunflower field. Where might you be at? Oh, you are that is in the opposite direction of where we need to go. We will need to do that later. So let's see. Big feet to fill. Visit the building site. Now, where am I supposed to be going? This is the road that I want to take. There doesn't seem to be anything else along the way, but we've run into 2 treasure quests so far. So we'll see how long that goes. I mean, imagine you're going home from work. Hey, honey, how was your day at work? Oh, I wrote about human husbandry or human. Yeah, I can't even describe it without being disgusted. Yeah, that would have been a bad day at work. Or maybe I don't know. But let's have a moment where the sky is so blue, the music is so beautiful. Certain parts of Toussaint are lovely and wonderful and pleasant. And what's going on here now? Oh, we're closer, so maybe this is the entrance to the temple area. I wonder how big this statue is actually going to be, because it seems like it should be pretty large. Is there going to be what does it say? Monument out of order. I mean, is it going to be here or something? Because that doesn't seem quite large. I saw the hands of this statue. It's huge. Prophet Lebioda Monument, Sans Retour Valley. Fast travel point? No? Must be down farther, maybe. I would assume there would be a fast travel point to this, because it's way up here. There we go. Hello, guardsman.
Impressive.
Well, it's gonna be. I wonder what's under. Oh no, that's the. Thing's gonna be huge. That's the. Oh, toga style material. Oh, I wonder if in here is where I need to go for my. What's your quest?
The Prophet Lebioda's teachings into their hearts, this world would be a more pleasing place. Thus raise your voices with mine. Oh, Prophet Lebioda.
Oh, Prophet Lebioda. Oh, Prophet Lebioda.
I swear to live according to thy teachings.
I swear to live according to thy teachings.
And never to stray from the straight and narrow path which thou hast wrought for us.
And never to stray from the straight and narrow path which thou hast wrought for us.
Okay, sure. Although they might want you to get back to work and help versus, anything else.
Of course, I can tell thee, Maringa. But who am I to judge?
Okay.
Yes, Witcher?
I like how someone even pointed it out. Another wanted sign. Oh, here we go. Now I've got our marker. Lovely. What does it say? So during the reign of Duchess Caroberta, Toussaint was visited by a certain disciple of the Prophet of Lebioda named Plegament. His words and deeds, which included miracles, were so persuasive, soon nearly the entire duchy had converted to the new faith. They crowned this outburst of religiosity with the construction of a temple dedicated to the Prophet, but that was not enough for Plegament. He convinced the Duchess to build a statue of Lebioda, the likes of which this world has never seen. That wasn't good enough. I mean, it's kind of rude, don't you think? Okay, so let's see. Which are contracts? We want treasure hunt. So we are on Manticore gear. We only need 4 more still. And then I can go make it if I can afford it.
Temple Merten wrote about seems like. Should look around. Might find something interesting.
Yeah, I hope so. I like reading interesting things. Oh, I see a crack in the... No one's gonna mind? I'm a broke witcher now. I need to like go play more Gwent, but not use my skeleton deck. No one noticed at all.
Spectre in a place like this? Behind a wall?
Oh gosh.
Someone must have rolled some poor fellow up. Spirit can't rest in peace.
Oh, what the heck was that? Great Beggar's ghost? Alright, can every specter be like that? Because that wasn't very difficult. That was very nice and easy, actually. Parchment. Not a witcher gear. Oh, bones of the great beggar.
Spirit won't rest in peace until I bury the remains. Some sarcophagi in the first chamber. One of them could work.
Okay, hang on. What quest was that? Was it a treasure quest? Why would it be a treasure quest, Jesika? Let's see, secondary quests. The words of the prophets are written on sarcophagi. Okay, we'll do that hopefully in a second. The Tenebrous Wilderness of Cade Myrkvid. I need to read that one. Oh. Okay. Toussaint, a duchy out of Tales of Fantasy and Wonder. Need to read that one. No. A note. The Great Beggar's Journal. Oh, was the Great Beggar the Witcher? And there's only 2 diagrams here. So 7 Fane 1203, the attacks have grown more forceful. The residents of the nearby village who oppose my presence become more aggressive by the day. They do not like that I speak the truth about their former deities. They cannot understand that they will only find salvation in Lebioda. They threaten me with death, but if I am to die for Lebioda, if that is the destiny the prophet has marked for me, I shall fulfill it with a broad smile on my face. So I don't think it's the Witcher, obviously. So 14 Fane 1203, I have just parted with a most marvelous guest, a true convert. Oh, a man of extraordinary yearning for truth and faith. He is called Merten and was once a witcher but has abandoned that dishonorable trade. Is it though? They're killing monsters that would eat people. How is that dishonorable? I mean, bigger picture moment, guys. Anyway, and embarked on the path of the truth. We spoke at length and sat together for hours in meditation and prayer. To better honor Lebioda, he left behind here many goods which symbolize his attachment to his former life. He's made great progress. Oh, if only all the disciples of Lebioda were so fervent in their faith, this world would be a better place. Merten confessed to me the bitter truth about the foul deeds he had wrought in his past life. I told him if he is to obtain cleansing, he must go to the hidden chapel, reaching this bleak place, which is carved out of rock and ridden with dangerous creatures. Will in itself constitute a challenge and a trial. If Lebioda lets him enter the chapel confines, it means he has forgiven his sins, his crimes, and so Merten went. Let Lebioda guide his feet. I don't know why. I just always thought Lebioda was a female deity. for some reason. I don't think it much matters, but like Lebioda, A ending, I always associate that with a female. And I feel like they've referred to Lebioda as a her before in the game. But again, it doesn't matter. So 19 Vein 1203, my fate is sealed. I shall die for my faith, for truth, for Lebioda. This night, folk from the village, a band of drunken thugs attacked the temple. With haste and malice of their breath, they cried that since I am the great beggar, I should now beg Lebioda for mercy. They looted the temple of all its treasures, thankfully leaving the books, which they deemed worthless, and walled me in to wither in a sealed tomb. If Lebioda does not send me help, I will die here. May my bones bear witness to his glory. Oh, that's awful. So where are we going now? All the way back down to where it was. Well, I could do those question marks along the way. But let's do this quest. The words of the prophet are written on sarcophagi. So I needed to find an empty sarcophagus and place the bones in it. Well, I just emptied some, to be honest. So there should be some available. Any other nice loot or books that I will eventually get to reading? I mean, I literally just caught up. Here we go.
Ready. Soul should rest in peace now.
Oh, that's pretty awful, but let's find that quest text. Okay, so the quest said, a sacred site of the cult of the Prophet Lebioda, Geralt stumbled upon the remains of one of the Prophet's most fervent adherents, a monk known as the Great Beggar. Alas, the poor man had been bricked up alive and left to starve on the wall of the chapel, so his restless soul promptly attacked the Witcher. Geralt knew that the only way to help the Great Beggar's soul to find peace was to give his remains a proper burial. Luckily, Geralt did not have to search for an appropriate sarcophagus. He didn't have to search? Okay, we didn't. So he is accurate. He laid the Great Beggar's bones in a grave within the chapel, thus securing his rattled soul's eternal rest. Oh, the poor guy. That's so awful. Okay, so is there a fast travel point that is relatively near where we need to go? The Palace Gardens. So I can fast travel there. Because I do want to I want to finish this quest. I've run all over Toussaint for this gear. We're gonna do it. We're gonna commit. We're gonna actually finish. Hopefully. If I find it today, then and if there's time left, I'll try to knock out those question marks, and then maybe tomorrow we can make it, because this one I haven't seen before at all, so it'll be interesting. No, that's not what I pushed. Thank you. Now, can I get over this way without murdering myself? I just had a thought. I don't know if so when we were here at the Palace Gardens, there was some lady saying that she dropped something in the water, and I was like, well, it's gone forever. I feel like one of you mentioned that I was able to find whatever it was that she dropped. I need to try to remember to do that. Ugh. I hear arachnomorphs. Stupid spiders. Okay, that's not a stupid spider. Ah! Boars are very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Oh! I'm seeing the ticker go up for a buff, which I think is part of my now actually active mutations. I feel like it should have said that, and like, it probably did say it and I just ignored it, but it should have said that in bigger letters. Then like, press enter to activate, or double click, I think somebody even said. But yeah. Thank you for telling me to actually activate them. Thank you. Okay, let's save. And murky delve.
Just like the great Beggar described it, chapel Merten visited must be in the cave.
Mm-hmm. Along with who knows what else. And smoke. Oh, Geralt. Geralt, why can't I...
Damn it. What's going on here?
I don't know, but I'm not losing health, which I'm kind of okay with. Is it like a hallucinogenic thing? It totally is, isn't it? Let's save.
Nude women in a cave? Something's not right.
Do we go talk to them? Like, what's going on? It's totally hallucinogenic, isn't it? Ugh! Oh! So not okay. Come on, come closer. Yeah, that wasn't very smart, was it? How did she get her health back? There's two of them. That's how she did it. Ugh. Alright, got one of them finally.
Bruxa might have been hallucinations. Sure as hell fought as if they were real.
And they still had their dramatic deaths, right? Okay. Do I go this way or through the water, maybe? Probably all connects, so it should be fine. What? What's going on down here?
They all
Beggars here? Must be a test.
Not a copper to my name.
Help a poor soul.
Please.
Do not avert your eyes. Help.
Arms for the poor, sir.
Last one. Wonder what'll happen now.
I don't know. I'm not gonna risk it because I feel like the coins is a temptation to you take those and instead of sharing. I don't know. I feel like all this must just be some sort of tests from Lebioda or something, perhaps. Well, it doesn't matter if it's real or an illusion. Because these guys look really real. What is the test to like see if we let him get 8 or something? Okay, there's the next way through. So I know I keep making jokes about it sending me all over the place, but I do really like this quest. Like, they kind of went all out on this Witcher gear treasure hunt. And, you know, it could have just been go here and collect 6 diagrams. I like it. I wonder if we'll get to see like a ghost of Merten, you know? Maybe, can I just take this? Thank you. There's somebody over there.
It looks a lot like Lebioda. Impossible.
Hi.
Not seeing visions anymore. Hope that's the end of that.
Oh.
Wonder if it's a relic of some sort.
Merten's notes, diagram. We're still missing one. 17 Fane 1203. It is done. I have reached the cave of tribulations and stepped into the hallowed confines of the hidden chapel. Never shall I forget what I have been through. I was attacked by giant fire-breathing creatures, power monstrosities akin to drowners, crossed with Endriga, men with faces of wild animals. Yet Lebioda smiled on me and saw fit to let me survive this harrying gauntlet. As at its end, here in the hidden chapel, I surrendered myself to meditation, and immediately he filled my mind with a vision of a lake whose crystal clear waters surround me, penetrated my soul, and cleansed it of all the wickedness and villainy. When I awoke, I was certain that Lebioda had designated as the last station of my pilgrimage the Lake of Cleansing, where Lebioda healed the bodies of the spirits of his followers. Following the advice of the sage known as the Great Beggar, in whose wisdom I basked at the temple of Lebioda, I pray all is well with him. It's not, and the people of his village have understood he only speaks the truth and means them no harm. I should now leave behind further things binding me to my former life. Doing so is not easy, however, for acquiring these diagrams once cost me a great deal of time, energy, and sacrifice. But I know this is the right path. Let Lebioda accept my humble offering. I now continue onward towards the Lake of Cleansing. Though my road is difficult and full of sacrifices, it grows ever more straight and clear, and I feel a lightness in my soul. My certainty I walk the right path grows strong as iron, firm as steel. Praise be Lebioda, or praise be to Lebioda, rather.
Merten went to the lakeside to seek final atonement. Should look into it.
Yeah, we should. Where are you gonna send me now? Okay, someplace else I haven't been. Wow, it is all, this one is sending me all, I wonder if the others are gonna send me all over the place, because the wolf one did not. But anyway, well, let me try to find my way out of here. If I can hop over this table. And I will meet you once I finally get outside, I hope. Well, I am finally outside the cave. And since we are so close to these couple question marks over here, I can't not do it. So let's see what they are. I'm no doubt going to be going to them too early before quest or something like that, but what else is new? Let's say, since I did finally make it out of there, nothing else exciting happened. I picked up some more loot. Shea Lilygad Amphitheater.
Damn, something's seriously wrong here.
Is it? I wonder. So let's see. It says, on the banks of a lake known as Shade Ligad, or Eye of the Mountain, lies an ancient amphitheater, another relic of Toussaint's Elven past. In 1178, the structure was restored so it could stage the work of Beauclair's most renowned theatrical virtuosos. Unfortunately, its grand opening was marred by an unplanned tragic ending, the mysterious death of the play's leading lady. Ever since, the place has been deemed cursed, and few dare to venture anywhere near it. Let me check to see if there's a quest here. Well, I don't see one. So let's come down here first. Water hag, I'm guessing. Yeah. Nice. I like the buff. If I don't get hit or take damage, which is good because I'm always hitting Gwen as often as possible, I seem to just do progressively more and more damage, which is kind of awesome. Nothing's in here. Or it's locked. But let's go to the amphitheater. See what we can see. See if it's something I should even be doing right now. Probably not, but it's okay. Hidden treasure. I see sparklies over there. Perfume-Laced journal, the Lacroix wine. So, fragment of a journal laced with perfume smelling of bergamot, jasmine, and cedar. Toinette the Blythe, finally I found a solution for the Imperial Dramatic Academy examinations. I shall reenact Elsa de Longpre's most famous role, her final performance, the one where she died on stage. The most perfect actually act that has ever been acted. Ugh. Then they will be forced to advance me. Burst of Fane. This role is too difficult. My teacher is still not pleased. Perhaps I simply lack the talent. It is hard to measure up to Elsa's legend. Fifth of Fane. Yes, now I know what I was missing. I must feel the role. Recreate the entire evening at the amphitheater with candles, wine, the works, just like Elsa once did. The aura of that place might provide the help I need. They say Elsa spent nearly her entire life there. Folk claim the amphitheater is haunted, and it probably is. And that is why no more plays are performed there. Apparently, everyone who has tried to act out Elsa's scene on the amphitheater's stage has died in mysterious circumstances. Old wives' tales. Even if it is haunted, I believe Elsa's spirit will give me its blessing. Because you're special, right? Seventh of Fane. Tonight I set out. I have prepared candles and acquired 2 bottles of the very same wine Elsa drank right before her death. I will rehearse and rehearse and rehearse until at last I believe, indeed I am Elsa. Fragments of script highlighted in red ink. The day now dies, it collapses into itself, as does my soul. Darkness like a stifling vapor shall soon swallow me. No, now I am at last ready to renew the memory of ghosts in my heart. I shall light the candles. Let the first flicker for the lad, a mere child who was smitten and perished on the field of battle at high noon without murmur. Let now the second flicker for he who was wished to fetch me a jewel from the bottom of the well and never surfaced to see the light of this world again. Let the third flicker for the husband, handsome as a statue, cold as a stone, who left me alone and in darkness departed. Anonymously, he died in the woods, he perished. Let the fourth flicker for he who loved so beautifully, so heatedly, delighted, and in this fire was consumed. Let the 5th flicker for you, my beloved, my faithful companion, my hapless husband. Racked by disease, you lie in the earth most shallowly of all. All candles now flicker. So lovely, so white. Men, boys, husbands, mine, all. I love you to the last. Now behold the wine, I drink it, and with it sanctify your memory.
Girl reenacted the marked scene, looks like, then expired. Or did something kill her? Wonder what'll happen if I reenact the scene.
Something will probably try to kill you. That's probably what will happen. And we'll find out tomorrow, because this is where I'm going to end things for today. So tomorrow I will do this treasure quest. I do want to come down and grab this question mark down here, and then back on to the hunt for the final diagram of the Manticore gear we shall go. I will have to see what other quests are over. I don't even remember where it's at. It's over here somewhere, I think. What other quests I can do while I'm over here. But I do want to get that Manticore gear collected and then created within the next day or two. And now I've just jinxed myself and it's going to take like a week. But we'll worry about that later, like always. So as always, thank you so very much for watching. Please do keep yourselves safe, and I will see you again tomorrow with another new Witcher 3 video.